Hello and welcome back to the No Brainer Podcast. My name's Jared, and here, as always, I'm joined by my good friend,
Michael.
where each week we take a look at two horrible ideas in history and we decide if we can fix them or not. And most of the time, we can't.
We do a great job, I would say. I don't know. I think we do a wonderful job.
If we had a time machine, I'm sure we could fix some of these. But today's a pretty special episode. Do you know why, Mike? Do you know why?
No. Why is today special? What?
Do you know what today is? What day we're recording on?
Leif Erikson Day?
I wish. That would be so much better. Oh my god. No, we're recording on February 14th, and just so happens to be Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Isn't that special?
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you got someone special out there. Like I do, Jared. He's my special someone. Right, Jared? Speak to me.
Yeah, so anyway, February 14th, I'm realizing. So I get from historychannel.com, I'm signed up for their email list where they send out some information about what happens on each day. It's like a this day in history sort of thing. Turns out February 14th sucks.
What? Why does it suck? Bad things?
Like a lot. Like all the stuff that's happened on this day is bad.
Oh, man.
I mean, the headline. All right, the headline. February 14th, this day in history. Saint Valentine beheaded.
Oh, God. Poor guy.
Just a reminder that that's what we're celebrating, is that the later Saint Valentine lost his head on this day.
Wow.
So keep that in mind when you're lighting candles and buying flowers.
What kind of holiday is this? We're celebrating beheadings, and then I'm confused. How does this correlate to what we do now? Money?
Well, this day just gets worse. Check it out. February 14th, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929. Al Capone and Bugs Moran fought each other. Chicago. Let's see here. 2018, Parkland, Florida. 1779, Captain Cook killed in Hawaii.
Poor guy.
1988, Olympic speed skater Dan Jansen falls after sister dies.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Dan Jansen, huh?
These are some headlines, man. 1884, Theodore Roosevelt's wife and mother die.
Wow, that's a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, that one's real sad. Real sad. He wrote a diary every day. In his diary entry for that day, I don't have it here, but I remember it's something along the lines of like, the light in my life went out. And it's like, happy Valentine's Day, Teddy.
Hope you loved enough, because it's all gone now. Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Crazy day.
But on a positive note, 2 years later, in 1886, the first trainload of oranges left Los Angeles. So,
bruh, bring it around. I love this.
Why is that news? First trainload of oranges leaves California.
Big
Someone
news.
Call the press.
That's like sliced bread there. Guys, we figured out sliced bread, and now we figured out oranges in trains. Let's go. We're on a roll.
People are going to love this. People are going to freak out. This is a good idea right here. We're going to bring oranges to other places.
They had like some sort of force field around them that didn't allow them to travel except by train.
Until now. Thank God for that.
Those are some interesting facts, though. Like, I didn't know any of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so February 14th, bad day. But let's make it a good one. We're back here with the No Brainer Podcast. We're going to start looking at some ideas, and most of them are going to be bad, I assume.
Yeah, we got some pretty bad ideas here. This one, though, this one's teetering. I'm gonna let the audience and, of course, you, Jared, decide.
Get to play along?
Yeah, whether this idea is really that bad or not. Okay. This one is also to do with video games. So I hope that's okay with everybody here.
Lay it on me.
We got League of Legends, Curse versus Dignatus. So these are two esports teams, where they play the video game real well. They get paid for it. It's a real fun thing.
Yeah, they get paid a lot of money.
Yeah. and in this tournament, in the first round of the last match of the 2012 Summer Championship League of Legends event, instead of playing a good old-fashioned game of League, the teams Curse and Dignatus decided to play a well-known variation of League called ARAM, or All Random, All Mid. This consists of all players picking random champions and all going to the middle lane to fight. So this ultimately leaves the round up to chance rather than skill, which is something you usually want to avoid in a tournament played for $20,000. So
yeah, I'm gonna say it. That's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. You think so? So they're pretty much like, oh, all right, guys, we're just gonna pick a random champion and we're gonna go all to the same place and fight, which is not how the game is played at all. That's like scrambling up your football lineup and saying, all right, guys, go out there for a few plays and see what happens.
All right, Johnny, you've been playing center for the last 18 years of your life. You're now a wide receiver. Run.
Do what you do best. So,
all right, LeBron James, here's the basketball. Here's the thing. Every time it goes through the round hoop, you get a random number of points. We've assigned a guy named Johnny who's going to spin a random wheel, and it just so happens to look like the Price is Right wheel, and he's going to spin it, and it's going ding, 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 and it'll tell you how many points you get.
The more we explain how this correlates to different sports, the more I'm in favor of it. So yeah,
it would make these other sports way more fun, though, right?
Yeah, like it's an exhibition match that you would love to see. So I mean, what's wrong with that? But so yeah, they did this for the first round. So it wasn't the entire match between these two finalists, which I don't know if that makes it good or bad for you guys out there.
So the first quarter, you get random points.
Right. It's whoever ends up on top of this fucking mosh pit of people in the same area. So MLG decided, the people that run the tournament, they decided not to award first and second place teams any money or placement, saying, we have determined that there was collusion between the two final teams.
I've looked back, there was no collusion. What was that impression? What am I doing with my life?
Sounded like Bernie, but you were like,
yeah, why did I do Bernie there?
Oh, Jared, that was a bad idea. That's going to be next week.
Oh, I don't. I that's kind of my thing. Is I'm bad at impressions, but I still try them. So
I mean, I'm going to give you credit. Trying is better than not trying.
I'll take credit.
So yeah, it appeared that this was in clear violation of both the letter and spirit of MLG's official pro circuit conduct rules. But really, what happened was both teams admitted to agreeing to this ARAM game and to split the evenly. That was the issue.
Oh, yeah, that's the bad part. Yeah, that's like sports betting, right?
Yeah, like they knew no matter what, they were going to just split the winnings, so they didn't care, and it messed with the game entirely. Well, it's concept.
That's super unfair, right? Like, if you're planning on splitting the winnings, then that makes it unfun for people to watch, really, because there's nothing on the line.
Yep, and the teams the people, the crowd, the fans, apparently they weren't too into it. They thought it was funny, but most people were looking for a show, an actual game, an actual event where these two actually try and beat each other instead of just
it doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, in the end, both teams were adamant that they were not colluding to throw games, but just to have a little fun on stage. But in the end, technically, you did collude, and you didn't throw the game, but you left the first round up to chance, which is not what anyone wants to see, no matter how much.
Yeah, that's completely against a competitive environment. That's not the point. That's not why you're there.
Yep. I can see what they were going for, but what they did and when they did it, not a good idea.
Yeah, they could totally do that on stream or something.
Like after everything's done, like go home. Each team,
like do an after party sort of thing. Like, oh, check out these two teams. They're gonna play each other and do ARAM. Like, it'll be fun.
See how well they can actually play the game when the rules are kind of thrown out the window, which is it would be fun, but of course this was a tournament style setup, so not a good place to do it.
Yeah, not the best spot.
So I think we just fixed it there, honestly. I mean, don't
collude with the other team.
Would you say it's colluding though if they just decided to split the money? Like, that's an interesting take in my opinion. Like, if they decided, okay, we're gonna play ARAM one round and then play the rest of the match normal, but no matter what, since we played ARAM, we're gonna give each other our fair winnings. That's still colluding, right? You still think that's okay?
Yeah, I think it just kind of eliminates the point of the competition.
Right.
And the prize money is supposed to be the motivating factor, and if that's not there, then
right, and that drive to play for the cash money is entertaining for everyone that's watching.
Right.
ARAM, I'm not a big League fan. I've never played a match of League in my life.
I've never played League either.
I don't know how entertaining ARAM would be to a bunch of people who are looking for competitive play. So,
right. It's like if in baseball, if they decided you had to first person goes up to bat and they've got like the giant like foam bat that you get from Walmart or something, and then the next guy goes up and he just gets like a pool stick, and then the third guy gets like a pool noodle.
But they split the money in the end, no matter what.
Yeah, but in the end, it doesn't matter. This World Series ring, we're both getting them.
Yeah, I'm loving these comparisons we're making. This could be a whole different podcast.
Where we just make comparisons.
Yeah, just silly things they could do in sports to spruce it up, even though it wouldn't end well.
Oh my God, we could. Yeah, that would be an amazing podcast. Call it Better Sports.
Better Sports. Oh man, sorry guys, this is the last
trademark.
We're done here.
We're transitioning. We are now Better Sports. Welcome to the Better Sports podcast, where we take your normal, boring ass sports and we make them fun.
Yeah, don't thank us later. Thank us later. So yeah,
this week it's soccer. You can use your hands now.
Done. You can check people in soccer now. Flopping becomes real.
Next week, come back when we do golf, and you have to kick the ball now.
Oh shit! Oh man, that would be horrible. It's just imagine it's on the pin, and you like take a running start and punch it towards. Oh wow, we got something here.
Oh my God, we're on to something, man.
The show is.
I want to make Better Sports. That's collab.
That's the Ocho. They want to know what's up.
Hell yeah.
I think we fixed that one. Unless you have any other ideas.
No, I think that one's pretty much fixed.
There you go.
Maybe don't play League because I don't like that game.
Just like the match, it was fixed. No, it wasn't fixed, but they did collude. Okay.
Close enough.
So yeah, there's that one dusted off for you guys.
All right. Whew. Well, is that the transition? Is this my turn now?
Yes. What bad idea do you have for us? We're gonna split this podcast in the end. We're both gonna get a little bit of time.
We're both gonna get even podcasting.
Cadplasting.
Whatever noun comes out of this, we're gonna split it.
What do you got for us, Jared?
Well, so in honor of Valentine's Day, I decided I would do a love story.
Oh,
and it's
story.
The what?
Our love story?
Yes. It's about me and you, and we're a bad idea.
That's true. Did you?
Okay, so this is the love story between the United States government and hating communism. So it's a love story between those two. The United States hates communism.
Do we?
Like a lot. So we're gonna take a look here at the United States. The CIA did some questionable things at one point in history. Can you believe that?
What? We wouldn't. We're the good guys. Come on.
We're the good guys. We're trying to take out the bad guys. All right. So let me set the scene for you. 1945, World War II ends, and the United States is pretty much perched at the top as the most powerful country in the world.
America.
There's a booming economy, a massive military presence around the world, rampant racism at home. Scratch that one. And a dislike of anything with the word communism in it.
Damn commies.
Got to get rid of those commies, man. It was a big deal. And so one of our bigger spheres of influence that we had was on the country of Cuba in the 1950s. That island just south of Florida with the cigars and stuff.
Yes, Cuban cigars.
Oh, Cuban cigars. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right, fellas? I've never smoked a Cuban cigar in my life.
Because you're not a commie.
That's true. Good point. So Cuba's an incredibly wealthy country and one of the most wealthy and developed countries in Latin America in the 1940s and 50s. And that was largely due to the influence of the United States and Cuban society. They had hotel resorts because the weather is beautiful, casinos because gambling was legal, sugar and tobacco plantations, making lots and lots of cash. Am I right?
Yeah, pumping out that cash money. Look at all my shit. Look at all my shit. Look at all my shit.
Don't watch Spring Breakers. It's a bad movie. Anyway.
Do it.
But Cuba has a problem. They have huge wealth distribution issues. Can you believe that?
What? How do you have such a problem?
I don't get it. I don't get what the problem is. It's like they had all these poor people or something. I don't even know. The majority of the country was poor, and we're not benefiting from this relationship with the U.S. So, knock, knock.
Who there?
Communism.
Oh, no.
Communism's here. So when you have that much horrible wealth distribution, communism starts to sound like a bang-up job
Here.
that we can make work. So in comes Fidel Castro, who, after a failed attempt at a revolution in 1953, returns in 1959 and is able to take control of Cuba after ousting the U.S.-backed Fulgencio Batista.
Ooh, fancy.
Good name, Batista.
Ours.
He kind of sucked, though. So he comes to the U.S. Fidel Castro takes over, and he starts to make some changes to Cuba and pissing off the United States royally. They redistributed the wealth, launched free healthcare. Can you believe it?
What?
And education for all citizens.
What? These things are made of fakeness. This is not real news.
Fake news. They start to limit the size of land holdings for citizens. They virtually eliminated illiteracy in the country in 1 year because of the free education systems that they put in place.
Bruh.
Pretty impressive.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
Easy mode over there. Wow.
However, there are drawbacks to this because this meant limited freedoms, right? It's a one-party system, so you're not allowed to talk back against the government, harsh punishments if you do.
Not a fan.
And Cuba is going to start to struggle because the U.S. is going to obviously place embargoes, meaning they're not going to trade with Cuba anymore. And so they were relying on the Soviet Union for financial support because commies like to stick together.
Yes, they do.
Stop. And so the U.S. is in a position where they want Castro gone. We really missed those cigars. And we also like money, too. Like a lot. And we were currently getting less because Cuba was taken away from us. And also, fuck communism. Am I right? Get rid of it.
Communism. Healthcare for everybody. Fuck that.
Fuck that. Fuck communism. So the most famous attempt, which I guess is going to be bad idea number one, to get rid of Fidel Castro was the Bay of Pigs invasion, which most people know about. The U.S. trained 1,400 Cubans who had fled when Castro took power to invade Cuba. And essentially the plan was the U.S. thought that there was no way that the people of Cuba liked communism and liked Castro. So they were convinced that what was going to happen is that these 1,400 Cubans would like land on the beaches of Cuba and they'd be like, revolution! And then all the people in Cuba would be like, yeah, we'll join that. And then they would overthrow the government.
I love that. Yeah.
That didn't happen. So they landed the 1,400 Cubans. They start to fight. And all the people of Cuba were like, yeah, but I can read now. So I kind of like Castro. And so they were taken out in less than 24 hours.
Dang. All 14,000? Is that what you said?
1,400, yeah.
1,400. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. 24 hours. Damn. I guess reading is more powerful than the sword, you know? Ouch.
Precisely.
Really good.
Learn to read, folks. Read to your children. It's good for them.
It'll fight armies.
It will.
Of people who can't read.
It'll win you things. Do it.
In the future, when we become commies. I mean, what?
When we redistribute the wealth. Redistribute the wealth.
Woo! Trickle down economics. Wait, Nope, bad idea.
So anyway, so the U.S. gets to thinking, we got to get rid of this guy. We got to get rid of Fidel Castro. We want Cuba back. And so the U.S., the CIA, decides we're going to assassinate Fidel Castro.
Oh shit, going right for the dome.
And the CIA comes up with the worst ideas I've ever seen to try and do this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
These are like the top brains that we have in the United States at this point.
I can't
Coming up with these ideas. Are you ready? There's I've got like 5 ideas that the U.S. actually like considered, and some of them tried to take out Fidel Castro.
I'm already laughing. I don't know any of them. I can't wait.
Number 1's called the exploding cigar.
Yeah.
So it didn't actually explode. So the plan was to poison cigars because they knew that Castro liked cigars a lot, being a Cuban.
All right, that's what I know of him, and he loves.
When you picture a Cuban, you picture a cigar in their mouth, like that's. Mm-hmm. So they thought, what if one of those fucking killed him? So in 1961, they poisoned a bunch of cigars, and they actually, there is record that they had a person on the inside that did deliver them, at least to the place where Castro lived. We don't know what happened to them, though, because it clearly didn't work. We don't know if the cigars got thrown away or if the poison didn't work or what happened. So exploding cigar didn't work.
They're just sitting in like the basement because he's already got a huge supply of these cigars, so he just doesn't get to it in time.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, that's probably what happened. They probably just got lost, and some poor schmuck probably accidentally smoked the cigar.
Oh yeah. What if like some lackey just like, I'm gonna take a few off the top and just fucking died.
Take that, boss.
Oh man, that is a poorly thought out idea. No matter how you look at it.
It didn't work. Are you ready for idea number 2?
Let's go.
So they decide that they need to hire somebody to do this job, right?
The coyote from Bugs Bunny.
Is that your bet? Who? Go ahead and place a bet. Who do you think that the United States government decided to hire to murder Fidel Castro?
I'm guessing the coyote. He's got plans. He's got ideas.
You're close. It was the fucking mafia.
They're close. You're right. Yeah, the mafia, the coyote.
Because who else to take out a target than the mafia? So our government contacted 2 Chicago mafiosos who are both on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list.
Wow.
Named Sam Giancana and Santo Trafficant, and offered them $150,000, which is equivalent to $1.2 million today, to take him out.
Is that enough? Is that enough for you to go and try and assassinate Fidel Castro, another dictator in some other place?
Probably not. Probably not.
That is not going to cover the cost of even getting the job done, potentially.
Yeah. So the pair decided that instead of going themselves, that they had hookups in Cuba, right? They're the mob, so they're getting Cuban cigars in from some insider places. So the pair decided to try and smuggle some poison pills in rather than go in guns a-blazing, which is very disappointing. I would watch that movie of 2 Chicago mobsters like parachuting into Cuba to take out Fidel Castro.
I was just thinking that like there should be a movie about all these terrible ideas and how badly they're executed.
Yes, yes, so please. Entertaining. Yes, please, Martin Scorsese, if you're listening to this right now,
hit that up.
Mafia v. Castro.
Exploding cigars v. Castro.
So, unfortunately, the guy that they gave those pills to got cold feet and decided not to deliver them to Fidel Castro.
God damn.
So,
sorry, boss. I'm a little sick. Can't kill Castro today.
I can't kill Castro today. Maybe tomorrow. I've got COVID-19.
Oh God.
Anyway, so that attempt did not work, but we're not done.
Big surprise. What?
We got more assassination attempts. So there's 2 ideas here, but I'm gonna kind of mesh them together here and call them the scuba attempts.
The scuba attempts. Okay.
So Fidel Castro loved diving, and who wouldn't? Somebody lives in Cuba. It's beautiful there. It's a Caribbean island. It's amazing. So he loved to go diving, and so the CIA came up with a couple of super smart and well thought out, perfect ideas. The first was to gift him a contaminated diving suit.
Oh my God.
The suit was going to be delivered to him as a gift in a hostage negotiation. With Fidel Castro.
Where you just like, oh well, just give him this on that day where he's also holding this person hostage. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but
interesting.
Yeah, so unfortunately that idea never really got off the ground, according to one CIA agent. The suit that they were trying to contaminate with poison never left the laboratory, which is hilarious.
We couldn't send it there. That's so odd.
It just makes me think. At one point in the United States, in our government, there was a laboratory whose purpose was to make a diving suit that was poisonous for Fidel Castro.
I don't understand. Like, it's like they had the idea, like, oh, he loves diving. Let's screw up his suit, and that's it. That's all they had. They had no clue.
And they just tried to run with it for some reason. Like,
they just wasted time and resources trying to figure it out, and nothing else came with it.
So much money. God, I can't even imagine. All right, the second scuba attempt is probably my favorite one on this list.
Scuba.
So,
jeez.
The plan was to...
Jesus.
All right, are you ready for this?
I don't know. Go.
They were going to put explosives inside a seashell.
What?
And then paint the seashell with cool, exotic colors.
No. He picks it up.
So that Fidel Castro, while scuba diving, would see it out of the corner of his eye and be like, whoa, I've never seen that before. Swim over to it.
Holy shit.
Pick it up. And then blow up.
That is borderline Looney Tunes shit.
It is. It's pretty much Looney Tunes. Like at this, like what?
You like just get a shell and write to Castro from United States. You have a better shot.
Wonder what this is.
Wow.
Oh, man. Unfortunately, they never actually tried this one either.
Yeah. Again, they just had.
Man, I wish they had.
Planting an explosive somewhere and hoping Castro finds it. No other plan other than that. Jesus.
Just incredible stuff.
Wow.
Oh, man. So, none of those ideas worked, unfortunately, to actually kill Fidel Castro. So then they started coming up with ideas. If we can't kill him, let's at least make him look dumb.
Okay, good luck with that.
Let's try and make him look stupid. So a couple more ideas they came up with. Idea number one was to put a substance similar to LSD on his microphones.
What?
So that when he gave speeches, he would start to sound crazy.
But that's not how you like ingest LSD. That's not going to do anything, would it? Unless he's deep throating the mic. Yeah, okay. I thought it was crazy for a second. I don't do drugs.
Did you see the Castro speech last night? Yeah, it was good until he started, going down on the mic.
Until he started getting high on the mic. That was weird.
What was he doing? I don't know.
It was making you do weird things.
Anyway, I'm glad I can read now.
Right.
So that didn't work. They also thought about maybe putting stuff in his cigars that would make him go crazy. That didn't work. And then probably my favorite idea for how they would ruin his reputation was they were going to try and lace his shoes with something called thallium salts.
Mm-hmm.
Because thallium salts would make his beard fall out.
Oh boy, they were going to shave the man.
They thought that part of his power was how powerful his beard looked, and they thought that if he was clean shaven, that no one in Cuba would like him anymore.
I mean, I've seen him a few times, and he looks like a man's man. Even
Right.
without the beard, he would look like Castro, the person. Oh my, wow! I thought the seashell one was dumb. This was equally moronic. My God!
Oh man, it's incredible. It's incredible stuff.
Just
God,
put
our
a
top
dick on his
minds.
head or something while he's sleeping, and then when he goes on TV, bam! Reputation. Oh, let's shave him instead.
He looks so dumb, man.
Everyone's gonna hate it. Castro's new look is booming. It's on fleek.
It's on fleek, man. So I think the way we fix this is we need to either come up with an idea that would embarrass Fidel Castro, or we need to come up with a way to frickin' kill Fidel Castro.
I like both of them. Okay, here's number one. How do you kill Fidel Castro? A gun.
Oh, that's a little bold. I don't know about that one.
Actual assassin. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they were going for something. I don't know, covert. But I think a bomb.
What's
a
like the
shell-
James Bond bullshit? Like,
I mean, it's like, yeah, he's gonna die. People are gonna know that it was not like kosher death. It wasn't natural causes. You might
it
as well
wasn't anything natural.
just shoot the guy.
I don't know. The seashell just kind of exploded.
It's blue. I think you hit a landmine or a sea mine. What the fuck?
A sea mine.
Did you check? They dive under there. There's just a huge field of them.
Oh
When
my
is
god,
this here?
man! So we could do that. You could just go with the gun idea. That's something. You could.
I got another one.
Oh, okay. All right. Hit me with it.
So they trained those Cubans to go in there and fight, right?
Correct.
What if you get a Cuban spy to go in there and just shoot him as he's doing a speech? You sacrifice one to save the rest.
Boom. Classic trolley problem right there.
Yep. All right. That's me. That's
Take
my
out as few people as you could. That's a pretty good idea.
yeah.
So I was thinking, I mean, I do kind of want to embarrass Fidel Castro a little bit. I think that would be more fun, at least. So here's my ideas. We find some people that knew Fidel Castro when he was in like middle school.
Yeah.
And we interview those people, and we find out all the embarrassing stuff that Fidel Castro did as a youngin.
Oh, well, how do you know he did anything embarrassing? I certainly didn't in middle school. I was
Did.
picked.
And so we get those people, and then we plant them in the crowd at his speeches. And then anytime there's a lull, they're going to shout out those things that Fidel Castro did in order to throw him off of his groove. Like he's like, communism for all. And then someone in the crowd's like, hey, remember when you shit your pants in 4th grade?
What? Communism's good. Hey, remember when you called your teacher mommy? Just starts crying, and that's it. That's the end of his dictatorship.
Oh man, Fidel Castro down for the count, my dudes. He's out.
All right, I got a way to embarrass him.
Oh yes, let's keep embarrassing this man.
All right, so the U.S. they want to be the ones to do it. They want to be the ones to take credit for the downfall of Fidel.
Right,
So what
correct.
they do
Yeah.
is they send him a monthly care package of chocolate and other various sweets.
Okay.
And Fidel can't resist. He's an addict, of course. We all know
Right.
this, right? He even had the AIDS diet candy at one point, but that didn't help him. So
Call back.
eventually, he's eating all of this candy. He becomes diabetic. He loses all of his teeth. He doesn't go up on the podium and look official anymore. He's just this fat blob that has no teeth.
Dude, the long con. That
Yeah.
might actually work.
Who's gonna resist free candy in the mail?
Right.
From
We just make him a fat blob that no one likes.
Boom.
Boom.
Castro.
Doesn't matter how well you read now. You don't want no fat blob as your leader. I want skinny man back.
Yeah.
Bring back skinny man.
Yeah, beard or no beard, as long as he's skinny.
The classic game show, beard or no beard.
End the dictatorship? We'll find out. I think that one or this seashell one, I can't even imagine who came up with that.
Right.
Shame.
I would be embarrassed to even admit that this stuff happened.
I mean, there's a reason they didn't work, and there's a reason we're sitting here on a podcast about bad ideas laughing at them.
Yeah, there's a reason Castro lived to be like 90 something.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
I don't know. I should have Googled that before I started this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
How long did Castro live?
It
Google.
wouldn't have been long if he ate all that candy that we sent him. Not
Yeah, he
long.
died in 2016 at the age of 90.
Yeah, I remember seeing like threads about that. When he
Yeah,
died.
so
It's
not
like-
only did we fail to kill him, but he also lived like longer than we do.
I was gonna say longer than some of the Americans that potentially can't read very well.
Can't read good and want to learn to do other stuff good too.
No. Yeah,
Oh man, some bad ideas, U.S.
We
government.
failed.
You can do better than that.
we failed. We failed to.
Well, I'm glad we haven't ever had a bad idea since. here
Yeah,
at the, in
America's
the
on a
US.
streak, if I could say so bravely.
Yeah, since World War II, we've just been on that upward roller coaster. And you know what roller coasters do?
Yeah, they never come back down.
They keep going up.
ever.
There is no crash.
We're number one, as I said earlier.
Oh man, we are. That we are.
All right. I mean, wow. This was a good show. This was a great episode.
Some good ideas here. We're getting good at fixing this stuff, man.
You nailed it with the Castro thing. That was a hell of a topic.
Oh man, such an interesting, crazy thing that we've done.
Well, I think that's gonna call it for this one, everybody.
Yeah, I think that about does it here for the No Brainer podcast. We want to thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for sharing if you've done so on Facebook, or if you're telling people about it. We appreciate the word of mouth that's getting around. We're having such a good time recording this, and I hope you guys are having a good time listening along.
We're gonna keep it coming no matter what. So you might as well keep listening, keep telling people about it, because we love this shit.
Yeah. Every Friday night we're gonna try and put out an episode Saturday morning. So we'll keep you updated on all things bad ideas.
Yep, and we'll have another. Is it going to suck in the future? Sometime soon.
In the
So,
future, yeah, we're still
update.
ruminating on some topics here. We'll come up with our next one for sure.
Definitely an update on Sonic in the near future too. if
Yes,
it
I
is-
plan on seeing that this weekend. So we'll let you know, folks.
Awesome. So yeah, if you guys got any ideas for us to cover on the podcast here, check us out. Give us an email at the nobrainerpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, please email us there. And potential idea here, if y'all are listening, a potential segment we're thinking about starting is if you want to email us, tell us what's the worst idea you've ever done in your personal life.
That would be so
We would
fun.
love to read your horrible ideas, and maybe we'll feature you on the show. I think that would be fun to lampoon on our friends and family.
For sure. I mean, I can't incorporate any of my bad ideas because I don't have them. But
True,
I'd love
true.
to read yours. I'd love
Yeah.
to.
It's fun to know that humans can make mistakes because we haven't yet. So
Yes.
it's kind of interesting to see, like, whoa, you messed up.
You screw up. We'll laugh at it.
So yeah, send us your bad ideas at again the no brainer podcast at gmail.com, and we'll read and we'll take a look at them.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, thanks for listening, y'all. We'll catch you later, brainless.
Yeah. Peace out.